Peace and prosperity be unto all who's listening and watching. It's your girl, Shaeranea, right? And I'm back with another video. And today we're going to talk relationships and my experiences on relationships and like what I've learned from being in relationships and how empowering it is, and how I once used to be a good woman. I am an even greater woman today from those things I've learned and the things I endured to get to this point, right? So the thing about relationships is that you never want to get with somebody if the feelings and things are not mutually the same. Reason why I'm saying this is that somebody can highly like you and you can just semi kind of like them. Their feelings may grow into something stronger. Your feelings may remain what it is. And you know, you just want to be honest about these things. You know, you can get with somebody and that person may increase in liking that person the way they like them, but you just want to be cautious about this. You don't want to get in a relationship that is not mutually yoked or equally yoked, like they say, where two are not on one accord. You want to be on one accord with each other, and you want to have some sort of alignment. You want to have equal lightness. Yeah, you want to have things in common, but you want to have, you know, your own individuality, your own thing that you're doing as well. And it got to be somebody that you can grow with. So the other thing is coming to this understanding is that no person in this world remains the same. So I learned that from my experiences in relationships. It's just that we get stuck on how the person was when we met them, and they may stay that way for quite a while, but you know, everybody can't remain as is. If they did, they would not grow. So I think the biggest thing I can give you guys the advice on is just not to expect people to be as they are, as they came into the relationship. Yeah, you like, if they're a good person, they treat you well, they treat you good, you know, some of those character traits and qualities, yeah, they supposed to remain the same. You know, somebody starts treating you bad and abusing on you, then you know you want to get out of that. But I'm talking about growth wise. You know, somebody may not be able to buy you, you know, take you out all the time. You know, things change, people change too, and you know, circumstances change as well. So it's you learning to have the ability to grow with this individual and know that this person will not remain as is as you first met them. You got to learn to love all the versions of somebody, not just one version that you met when you first met them. Because when you first met them, they could have been at the best point of their life. We have high moments, we have low moments. Can you love them at their lowest point just as much as you appreciate the highest of them? Make sure that you understand these concepts and know that it takes a lot to love somebody. And it requires a great effort on your part, but also you got to have a sense of love in you, because you cannot give what you yet given to yourself. You can't go out to find something that's not within you. If you don't love you, you can't love them. So remember that, and that's like the third advice. You know, you can't love somebody if you don't love yourself. You can't do for another that you would not do for yourself. Anything outside of you that you would not intentionally do, it will be in vain because you don't do it for you. So if you do all these things that you're doing for your partner, your companion, if you're doing those things for you, then these things are all right. These things are okay because they're not out of the alignment. They're not outside of you. But if they're inside of you and you choose to give what you've got already, then that's fine. That's cool because you already have it and you're not going to ever lose it. The biggest problem is people go outside to look around for things in which they don't already have because they have not took the time to do the inner works to love themselves. And when you don't take time loving you and take time, you know, knowing you and knowing what you want, your purpose and all that good stuff, when you don't take time doing those things that help you along the way, because you know, you could be in a relationship, but you could be a whole mess because you didn't take no time to put yourself together. And it's not about having your whole life together. It's about understanding what your weaknesses is, understanding the things that you need to work on, and coming and then like being honest with this, because you're sharing a livelihood with a person. If you don't know and they come to acknowledgement of what you do not know, they bring it up to you, you may come out with an argument about something that you don't even acknowledge, but they acknowledge for you. So somebody should not acknowledge, well, you know, it's okay to be acknowledged about something that you haven't noticed about yourself, like a mistake you're making. You know, you may be misspelling something and somebody's like, well, you probably, you spelled that wrong. You know, it's good to be corrected, but you got to learn how to take constructive criticism. So if you're not able to take in constructive criticism, then you won't be able to take heed to what one is saying. So it's okay for your partners to acknowledge something about you, but if you don't acknowledge it, then you won't take heed to what they're saying, unless you're like a genuine understanding individual who understands the power of growth and you work on yourself all the time. Yeah, there's a lot of people out here that's real stubborn, got real strong egos, very prideful, make it very hard and difficult to grow in their relationships. Let all that stuff get in the way of what they can become, because they simply just want to be. And you can't remain as is, like I'm saying. If you want to evolve, you want the relationship to grow, you want the, you know, the sex and all that good stuff to be good, you're gonna have to grow with that person, because things change, they change, you change. Now if you don't change and they don't change, then it's just a relationship that just stay in one place, and there's no growth. There's no growth in finances, there's no growth in, you know, the romance, there's no growth in any aspect, and there's no growth in, like, you have no plans of going anywhere. So that's one of the fifth things I learned in my past relationships, is that it was just like, it was good while it was good, but one thing for certain is, I know for sure we had no goals of going anywhere. We had no plans of a future. We didn't sit down and talk about things like that. We didn't work towards anything. We didn't work on things together. We didn't discuss things. We didn't sit down and lay out things together, talk about these things that bothers us. We wasn't like in a place. We was together for a very long time, but we didn't do all those things that people should do to make things work out. And eventually we just grew apart. So if you don't grow together, you will grow apart. That's number 6. And you gotta grow with the person in order to fully flourish with that person. You gotta find some alignment, you know, alignment and balance and peace within oneself, and having some equally yokedness is a good thing. Trust me, it's a good thing. It's okay to have ups and downs. It's okay to have high moments and low moments, but can you love and accept this person for all they are, for all they is? Because accepting a person is accepting who they once were, because who they once were is how they became the person they are today, right? Because ultimately our past defines who we are today, but the now defines us who we are, future, who we are becoming. So do you love this person enough to say that you love that person, you love that person's past enough, even though you wasn't even in the plan, even if you wasn't even in the picture, you love that person enough to love them and their mistakes, their flaws, their weaknesses, their darkness, all the good and bad about them makes them even more beautiful, because that imperfection makes them so profound and so amazing. And you got somebody you can grow with, because you got somebody who ain't perfect, and you're not perfect either. And that's the most amazing thing about loving somebody, is just, meeting somebody that's not perfect but willing to work on things with you. And that's just so powerful. And that's so amazing. You can't find many people that do stuff like that. You can't find many people that are willing to do that. Number 7, well, it's just, you want to be invested in yourself, and you want to have your own ideas. A lot of relationships, it's really unattractive to be with somebody that don't do nothing. You come home, especially if you at a different place in your life. It's okay if you're not going nowhere. If you don't want to do nothing, then it's fine to come home to a partner who just went to work and didn't have no extra aspirations. They sit on the couch and watch TV, and they may watch TV with you when they get home. That's fine. That's a normal relationship for somebody else, and that's a phase of, like a stage in some people's life that they overcome and grow out of. But if you want somebody that you gonna grow with, somebody that you gonna build with, somebody that's gonna be there for you and show up in a way that you anticipate to show up for yourself, you gonna get somebody that's gonna be supportive for sure, that's understanding, that know how to communicate with you, that is accountable and know how to accept their flaws but also their mistakes, and don't make no excuse, okay? Because you want somebody that don't make excuses. I'm not saying these are expectations. This is a kind of person that you can grow with. I'm saying this ain't no standard. This is not an expectation. This is something that everybody should want for their relationships. If they want to grow with the person and they don't want to ever grow apart from that person, you want to have some good growth in mind, okay? So the biggest thing is just remembering that you're going to have somebody that got their own aspirations, their own dreams, their own ideas. And you're going to have to see, the thing about that is you got your own dreams, both of you got your own dreams, and then you got dreams and things that you work on together. That's where the building come from. And you also building on yourself. You growing in yourself, and then the alignment of you coming together. So that is just such a profound thing when you think about it. You growing as individuals, then you growing as one, because you got things you building on as a couple. You got things that you're working on, trying to manifest things together as a unity, not as unequal, like this is mine and that's yours. It's a selfless thing. It's a love thing. You real charismatic about what you're involved in. You really care about the person, and you just want to have some dreams and aspirations for yourself, because it's really attractive. It's extraordinary to see somebody doing some amazing things with themselves and their lives. And you want to see somebody get up and go get it, no matter the struggle. You don't want somebody that's going to complain. Somebody who is not going you want somebody accountable. That's what I'm saying. You just want somebody who's accountable. So, number 8, you want to get out of the ideology of how society says relationships and marriage should be. I've seen a lot of young people get married, and I think they was married to the idea of how the wedding should look, because they had an extraordinary extravaganza. That's what I think about these young folks, or just these older folks do the same thing the young people doing, and they learning it. Them young people learning from them older folks, older people, to do the same thing. People ain't really in it for love. People really ain't in it to grow. People ain't really in it for the good intention of loving somebody, or the good intention of really having somebody that they can help, that they can give to, that they can support, and that somebody can support and love them as well, and be very understanding of themselves and that individual. People are not in those places anymore in their lives, and what it comes down to is I lost my train of thought. What it comes down to is, so what that is you get in love with the how it looks stage. You don't care about the person really. You just care about how people think about you, how people perceive this. Kind of like them celebrities. They got, everybody look at them and idolize them to be something that they are not, and that they pretend to be. But, when they story blow out there, it's something else. And everybody is disappointed that they're just human, okay? You forget that these people are just human who have done extraordinary things with their life. People are not perfect. It's a lot of imperfect people. But people fall in love with the ideal of things, not the intent or the goodness that can come from it. People love what they can get out of it, or how they can look while doing it. Like those people who give to charity and they take a picture while they doing it. If you're busy helping somebody, you ain't got time to take no picture. I'm just going to be honest with you. And that's the most honest I can be, because honesty is the key. So that's just me being totally honest with you guys. You just want to be in a place where you're ready for that. Not a lot of people are ready for that. A lot of people get into it knowing that they don't want that for real, and they waste your time. You know what I'm saying? They waste your time, but you gotta make sure that you're ready for it, and that you find somebody or meet somebody or come into alignment with somebody that is serious as you are. And you want to have somebody that is the same as you. I'm not saying they gotta be just like you. I'm not saying they gotta have a lot in common like you. I'm not saying they gotta be this, this, and this, and they gotta have this and this. I'm saying they gotta be somebody who, when you look at somebody, you look and you see yourself sometimes in a lot of people. And the way you treat yourself is how you'll treat another. So when I'm looking at myself, I look to see that I'm doing good for others as I do unto me. Then I watch an example of other people and see how they do unto themselves, so that I can see the reflection of how they do other people. Now, sometimes there's some people out here that do more good to others than they do unto themselves. And sometimes that's a vain thing as well. That's like having love for people but not having love for yourself. It is no good. Because like I said, you cannot go outside of yourself for something that you can find within you. It's nothing outside of you that you can obtain until you find it within. And that's just the truth of it. That's the truth matter of it. And I know that's a little deep for some people, but this channel is about the deepness. And if you're not with that deep water, Scorpio, you ain't with that deepness, then, this is not the channel for you, okay? But yeah, I'm going to make another video tomorrow about how to overcome heartbreak. I had a friend who asked me about this recently. I made a past video about it, but she felt like I had some more knowledge that I could share and add on to the past video, or some more information. So I plan to make a video about that to help out some people, alright? I know a lot of people are dealing with some things in their life, so there's nothing wrong with helping people out and giving that good advice. If you like this video, comment, share, subscribe, and, engage with me in the comments. Also, all the information that you need about me is going to be in the description box below. Yeah. But I love talking to you guys. I love empowering you guys. I love giving you guys advice. I will be doing consultations. I will be doing one-on-one coaching. I will be doing mentoring on different things. I would be doing a whole lot of things. And I do art, and I do commission pieces. So if you're looking to buy some art, come to me, and I do art. I do ship art as well. I do a lot of different stuff. So I am a businesswoman who does a lot of different things. I got books. I got art. I do shirts. I do a whole lot of stuff. So if you're interested in my service and what I have to offer, and you love my platforms and what my advice and things like that, my videos, just, comment down below. Look in the description box and find my email. Contact me. You can hit me up on any platform and I'll reply. I am not going to neglect you guys. I'm going to definitely be somebody who's very active. So I will see you guys comment. I will see you guys email me. I will see you guys inbox me. And I will definitely reply. Love you guys. Have a prosperous day. I hope this video helps somebody. This is very powerful, and it only can help those who can reciprocate it and take on what is heed to be taken. Okay, love y'all. Y'all have a good one.